Good morning. Welcome to August, and welcome to our new adventure. I alluded to Mark Twain and a couple times in the last week or so. And this is an experiment on my part, because I've never done anything quite like this. There are disclaimers. This book is dated, therefore there are political and social no-nos. Things that we don't do anymore, say anymore, treat like anymore. That part of this book I am not focusing on. I'm only focusing on the travel sections. There are lots of social and political essays in here by Mark Twain that take in consideration the times and the thought processes of the times. That's not my intention. My intention is to follow the equator along his journey. This book was written in shoot. I knew it, but now I can't remember. Well, let's just put it this way. It was done around 1870, this trip. This was a real trip that he did and wrote a book. And he sailed from Vancouver to Hawaii through the South Pacific to Australia, over to and New Zealand, over to Cape Town, South Africa, and then he took a boat home to Southampton, England, I think. Or he took a boat to Southampton, because he often lived in England and Paris. But anyhow, my point is, in doing this, I'm going to do it in a traveler's notebook, a regular old traveler's notebook, and document his travels as if I were Mark Twain at night in the cabin on his ship, or in the car on his trains, or in the hotels where he stayed, documenting his trip. Will it be historically completely accurate? Probably not, because there'll be a little bit of me thrown in. Will it be exactly what Mark Twain would have written? No, I'm not an illustrious writer like Mark Twain. Will it be mine? Yes. It's just something to do. We can't go anywhere. I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything. I haven't done a travel journal in a couple projects, and so I'm doing one, a la the route of Mark Twain. Now, this is 60 something chapters long. 64? Yeah, 64 chapters long. So this might take me through September, which then will be right into Halloween, which is fine with me. I'm going to try to, and that's what I'm just going to say. This is my project until Halloween. I will try to be here every day. There might be times where I can't, depending on what's happening in real life. Who knows what's going to happen with this pandemic? So who knows? Just go with the flow. That's all I'm going to do. No pun intended. I'm getting ready to get on a boat and leave Vancouver right now. Okay? Okay. It's just for fun. And I mean no disrespect when I say there are social and political essays in here that do not follow the practices and the code of ethics.
Did they mean 11 this morning or 11 tonight? Now you got power in here.
It's on, dear.
How did that happen?
It came on at 11.
Oh. Well, wonderful. Are you ready?
I already did it. I did it myself.
You are so smart.
It's probably not stable, but it's more stable.
It's more stable and everything's not caving in.
Correct.
And
you're straight on the straight and narrow.
I figured you'd have to put a book in there.
I did.
Well, then I can take a shower.
Yes, you can.
Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful.
Sorry, our power's been out all morning. They were doing maintenance on the power at the last day of July, first day of August for you, in the morning when it's 97 degrees. I don't understand. But anyhow, it's back on. They promised it would be back on at 11. That's never happened before. But there's a lot of things that never happen. Okay, where was I before we were interrupted? Again, I'm focusing on the travel bits of this. And it may be where, because I've gone through, I never do this. I've gone through and prepped all the chapters. Luckily, he has like a bullet journal type. He was the original bullet journal. Little did we know. The topics in each chapter. So I've gone through and I kind of made a filming schedule so that I can, have enough time before Halloween, and pulled out the focuses of the travel sections of each chapter and circled them. And I never do stuff like that. I still don't know how I'm going to journal that day. Like today we're in Vancouver and he's getting ready to go on his, look at all these other adventure books. Ooh, wow. The Yankee Whaler. Daniel Boone's Adventures. A lot of them are in the Middle East. Okay, we got sidetracked. The Explorations of James Cook in the Pacific. That's kind of how I got started on this, because somebody said something about a travel essay book. And I'm like, oh, that would be fun to try to journal. And then somehow somebody said something about Mark Twain. I'm like, what? I didn't know there was anything like this. Anyhow, okay. I'll look up when he wrote this. I cannot remember. I thought I wrote it in here. There's things that are not called, locations that are not called what they're called. Anyhow, we're in Vancouver. We're getting ready to go on the ship, the Warrimo, Warrimo steamer. And we're headed to the Sandwich Islands, otherwise known as Hawaii now. And obviously, chapter 1 is Vancouver, chapter 3 is the Sandwich Islands and Honolulu. So, there's times in between where he did stuff, but he didn't document anything except for fish in between. So, one spread might be a picture of a fish. The other today might be, I've gone through the internet and looked for old pictures of ships and fish and sugarcane and old ports, old ship logs. The cover, because I might put that on the cover of my journal. I kind of wrote out my outline here. Pictures of old natives, indigenous tribes, again writing indigenous tribes, fish, crab shacks, crab traps. There are pictures in this book, drawings, but they're really gray, and I don't think they'll translate very well. Plus, they're not mine to use. I'm not selling any of this. I'm just talking about travel, documenting a book as a travel journal. I made photocopies of old rugs because these will make fabulous backgrounds, I think. And these are just on my home printer, so it is what it is. I'm going to print some of this on sticker paper. And that's what we're doing. And I think we'll start tomorrow, because I've gotten a very late start for today. I know that doesn't mean anything to you, but I have, and our granddaughter's been here with our friend's granddaughter, and it's been crazy. The electricity was out all morning. Excuses. So we'll start fresh in the morning, but I wanted to document what we're going to do, what we're going to do it in. This is my cover. These are cheap off of Amazon, but hello, it's purple. Couldn't resist. Could not resist. So that's probably what we'll keep it in for now, off and on. Other times it'll just be laying here. Anyhow, I'm so excited about this. Just something different for me. And is it that was my question. Is this a creative journal? Is this a mixed media journal? Is it the two of those together? A mixed creative journal? That's what it is. It's a mixed media creative journal. I appreciate all of you watching and leaving me comments. There's a few people that leave me comments every day. Thank you, thank you. I love seeing comments from people all over the world. That is my only focus in doing a YouTube channel, is to build a community around the world. I love to travel. We can't go anywhere right now, so let's just see where Mark Twain went. Okay, in the late 1800s. We think we got it bad. Try being on a ship for 2 weeks trying to go to Hawaii in the 1800s. Yeah. So come back tomorrow. Let's start in Vancouver. And I don't know a lot. I'm winging it. At the equator. Thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow.